Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting the Grand Slam of Darts Day 5 predictions, the last 16 for the knockout stages for Wednesday night. So check out Abigail Davis, Match My Match predictions, best bets and Suggest Saka, of course. So the best of 19 legs in the second round on Sky Sports starts at 7 o'clock. So first up, we got Luke. Before you get into the YouTube channel, please hit the unsubscribe button. First up, Luke Woodhouse will face Ricky Evans. Ricky Evans came into this tournament saying he didn't feel he deserved to be in it because he's not won anything this year, but he has undoubtedly gone on to become one of the standout stories so far, beating Gerwyn Price for the first time in 12 meetings. He ruled in the big fish and treated us some typically weird and wonderful moments in the group stage, but the way he held his nerve in the deciding legs, particularly impressive, something he has let him down in the past. However, tonight he faces an opponent very much on the upward trajectory himself in Luke Woodhouse. Now qualifying for these big major tournaments on a more consistent basis, I think he's ready and in form to do some real damage in them. But on players remaining in the tournament, only Connor Scott and Gerwyn Price have been more clinical at the back at the end of the legs. But I believe this shred will make it through to the third major quarter-final. The majority of the meetings between the two have come on the floor, as they did go head-to-head in last year's UK Open, where Rapid came out on top this time though. But I'm giving the advantage to Woody, but I'm going for Woody to win 10-7. And then next up, Gerwyn Price versus Martin Schindler. After an unsettling start to his group campaign, Martin Schindler responded well to his subsequent matches to set up a juicy tie with a three-time Grand Slam champion. Questions around his form in big TV tournaments has constantly followed him in 2025, but the German number one went some way to question them, especially the manner of his victory over Stephen Bunting. In five previous appearances, the Wall has failed to advance to the knockout stages, but his reward from doing so this time, a meeting with one of those successful players in the tournament's history. You could say Gerwyn Price responded pretty well to losing his opening match on the campaign, but only dropping just one leg since. But he has looked every bit of a title contender in the last two matches against James Wade and Stefan Belmont. We have of course said same thing about him in previous majors, where he's then gone on to squander opportunities or put an unexpected perplexing display, but I don't see that happening. Schindler may have won two of their last three meetings, but I think the Welshman triumphs tonight and he wins 10-6. And then third up, Luke Humphries versus Jurjen van der Velde. Jurjen van der Velde was the surprise package to have emerged from Group B from this year's Grand Slam of Darts after beating Damon Heta in the straight shootout on Monday. After period of time and the pre-match where he thought his campaign might have already been over, but as nerves attacked him, but he felt an uncontrollable panic, and that's coming just minutes before he found himself on stage, taking out crucial 90 finishes of 90 and 92 en route to one of the biggest wins of his career. Despite not having the big stage experience and present on the others in his group, he found a way to advance despite not producing an average above 90. A player who suffered a heartache on the big stage, he missed 5 match darts to become the World Youth Champion. He responded well by picking up titles on the Development Tour and Challenge Tour in 2025. He's certainly not looked as comfortable on stage, but he has done in floor events. But it's given everything that unfolded before his last match. It will be interesting to see how long it takes him to settle into this one. With that said, I don't think there's much of a stretch to say majority of people expected Luke Humphries will have too much from his young Dutch opponent. Cool hand Luke averaged over 10 points more than Van der Velde across his group games. At times against Nathan Aspinall looked unplayable. I think this could be a comfortable night as the office for the world number one. I'm going for Humphries to win 10-4. And then the last one, Chris Dobey versus Michael Smith. Chris Dobey said prior to his last group game that he had spent a lot of time over the last few months working on his finishing, and it's clearly paying off. While there was plenty of missed darts of double in his final group game, Hollywood had already done enough by that point to secure his spot in the last 16, so it's difficult to read too much into that performance. Even though with 16 darts missed at double against Martin Lukeman, his tournament finishing percentage is up above 37. I expected more clinical showing this evening. As for Michael Smith, it's been a dramatic return to the big stage. Whilst we're not quite seeing everything click for him, but he's digging deep and battling admirably. But his dedication and fighting qualities are landable. But I think the overall format, it will be difficult to sustain that high level to compete. Amazingly, their last 3 meetings came in all in the big tournaments, and it's 2023 Masters champion who's come out and the victors of those 3. But I'm going for Chris Dobey to win 10-8. So that's my predictions then for day 5 of the Grand Slam of Darts. Leave on your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. So who will win the Eric Bristow Trophy? And then tomorrow's matchup, of course, Lucas Vennick against Nico Sprinter in an all-German class. Michael van Gerwen versus Danny Noppert. Luke Littler will face Wessel Nyman, and Josh Rock will face Connor Scott. Right, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, peace out. Please like, subscribe, and comments below. Bye.